Okay, next is this is the midpoint theorem. Only prove the line segment joining the midpoint of any two sides. Midpoint of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. This side is parallel to that one. Means what is given that D and E are the midpoints of AB and AC. Midpoint of AB and AC. To prove what? DE is parallel to BC. So now prove, if we write that AD by BD, that will become 1 because this is the midpoint. Since D is the midpoint, D is the midpoint of AB, is 1. Again, if we write that AE by EC, that is also 1, since now E is the midpoint of AC. E is the midpoint of AC. So therefore these two ratios are equal. Therefore what? AD by BD is equal to AE by EC, because both are 1. And if the ratios are equal, then what we can write that D is parallel to BC. It is by converse of BPT. Yes, it is the midpoint. It is in class 9 you got the midpoint theorem. That is the midpoint theorem only. Line joining the 2 points of midpoint of two sides is parallel to the third side. So this one you write. Now next, you see that to prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. Means this line, that is the D is the midpoint, D is the midpoint, and this line is parallel. So we have to prove that E is the midpoint. So the given part will write given in triangle ABC. You see, in triangle ABC, D is the midpoint. D is the midpoint. Of AB, and also given parallel, DE parallel to BC. So what to prove? That E is the midpoint. To prove what? E is the midpoint of AC. Is it? So it is the converse of midpoint theorem in class 9. So we will write the proof now. So now the parallel is given, so we can use the BPT. So in triangle ABC, what you can write? The DE parallel to BC is given. So therefore DAD by DB is equal to AE by EC. By what? BPT. Next you see that AD by BD we can write as a 1. Why 1? Because since what D is given, D is the midpoint of AB, and if it is midpoint, so we can write that AD equal to BD. Is it? Now cross multiplication will give AE equal to EC. So AE equal to EC means what? Therefore what? E is the midpoint of AC. E is the midpoint of AC, because if it is equal, if these two are equal, then E is the midpoint of AC. So another important sum. So look this sum now. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to CD and diagonal intersect each other at O. We have to prove that AO by CO equal to BO by DO. So for that we will first draw a parallel line through it, that is E. Suppose in given part you have to write these things. So in given you have to write that ABCD is a trapezium AB parallel to DC, is it? And to prove this is important thing, because given part you have to write only. Is it? Is it? First thing, the given part. After that, the construction. What is the construction now? The construction is that EO parallel to AB. This parallel to AB means parallel to CD also, because these two are parallel only. It's parallel to CD. That is drawn. That one drawn. Is it? So these two are parallel. Then after that, when we draw the parallel line, then we can apply the BPT. Now in triangle, the proof part, in triangle ADC, in the triangle ADC you see that EO is parallel to DC. So when U and DC are parallel, then we can write AE by ED is equal to AE by ED equal to, it is AO by CO. Number 1 is by BPT. Next is, again you see that another triangle, that ADB. In triangle ADBC, in triangle ADB, that EO is parallel to AB, then when EO is parallel to AB, we can apply the BPT now. Therefore, it is what? D by AE equal to DO by BO. Is it? DO by BO. Is it? In this triangle, that one, and in this triangle, that one. So you see that here, just for a while it is not matching here, it is AE by ED and here DE by E. So you reverse it. AE by D. It is if AE by D, then AE by D is also, it is also AE by D. Then it will also be reverse on BO by DO. Is it? So this is number 2 by BPT only. From 1 and 2 what we can get? Is it? From 1 and 2. So see here AE by D here. Here also AE by ED means D only. So these two are equal. So from 1 and 2. What we can write, that AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. Understood? So write this one.